JB, I brought you on to talk about the Trevor Lawrence hit. We chatted briefly last night. Your thoughts? You know, people were calling, including myself, initially calling for a long suspension here for the Texans linebacker. What's your take?
Incredibly short-sighted take by you, Jason. I'm surprised. Shannon hit me up, and Shannon was surprised in your take, too. Shannon was like, can you believe Jason went this way? I had a viral video go crazy. It's got 3 million views on Twitter because I simply said, when are we going to start making quarterbacks part of the 22 players that wear pads on the football? Set this precedent. It has set the defense up for failure. I'm a former quarterback. I've coached multiple quarterbacks in college and the NFL. This is not how you're supposed to play the game that we all signed up for. Make the quarterback part of the game. Take the slide out of football. You are in a no-win situation on defense, and the quarterback, just because we pay them more money, is protected by the conglomerate, by the corporate American sponsor, and by Roger Goodell. This is a bad look for football. It's only going to get worse unless we take the slide out and make him part of the game, because he slid way too late in what we call the point of no return, Jason. And that is what we use as a buzzword in coaching. You are sliding in the point of no return. You're 6'6", 240 pounds, Jason. Do you know how fast 6'6" creeps up on you when you slide? And that defender now is by the way, at the first down marker. So what if he does an okey doke like the kid did at Pittsburgh in college 2 years ago and faked the slide and runs by him? It's on ESPN as the play of the week. But now we're trying to suspend a guy and fine a guy for playing defense in the NFL. Make it make sense. Stop defending this. We are making this soft. And this is a football game played by gladiators. Apparently, I thought were gladiators that wore pads that signed on the dotted line that said, you know what, I know the risk when I signed up in junior youth Pop Warner football 20 years ago. I know what I am doing. This is what it is. Stop making it 11 versus 10. Let's make it 11 on 11 again. Make the guy either, go to the bathroom or get off the pot, Jason. You got to make a decision. And by the way, Trevor Lawrence could have ran out of bounds at the first down marker as well, Jason. And guess who was out there? Number 20, a corner that don't want to tackle anyone anyway. But you chose to go against one of the thumpers in the NFL, one of the hardest hitting safeties in football, and now expect you expect to be sulked over? No, man. Take your butt over to the sideline to number 20 who won't tackle you anyway. Don't go inside to Sean Taylor, Ed Reed. They're going to hit you. That's what they do. I'm totally against it. I'm a quarterback.
Listen, here's where I think you're right. And again, my tweet in real time or my post on X in real time, probably not my best work. But here's where you're right. And upon further review, where I ended up landing is just like, hey, man, I get the NFL is paying these quarterbacks $40, $50, $60 million a year. And they don't want their $50 million a year investment on the sideline, standing around in concussion protocol. I get it. But if the guy that's getting the most money is taking the least amount of risk, that's a bad recipe that will create some disharmony in the locker room. And just, again, you're 1,000% right. Hey, we all signed up to play tackle football. One guy, because of the position he plays, will get paid $50 million, while I'm a linebacker getting paid $10 million, and he has to take less risk than me. It makes no sense. That's where I think you're really on solid ground. First Cup Coffee, Christian-owned Patriot Coffee Company that stands for core values, family, and building community across the nation. Go to firstcup.com, use the promo code JASON, and save an additional 10% on your order. And if you subscribe, save another 10% for the life of your subscription.
Jason, here's the issue too. It's on you to protect yourself in a game of gladiators. You're wearing the pads and you make the money. Guess what? If it was me, contrary to belief, I'm protecting my money that you just paid me. In Trevor Lawrence's case, $212 million or whatever. I'm going to be pretty smart and protect myself if I'm allowed to, but per the rules. Now, the rules now not only allow me to protect myself, but they allow me now to do these things nonchalantly, like Patrick Mahomes has been doing for the last few years, which has only allowed Pandora's box to open up and become even bigger than it is. You can't put the paste back in the tube, Jason. This is the problem we have. You've allowed it, you started it, you created it. Now all of a sudden, you want to renege and go backwards and start to talk about, well, it's unfair. No, it's not. He's a running back at 6'6", 240. By the way, Josh Allen drops his shoulder and runs that dude over, Jason. See, that's the thing. We got guys that will drop their shoulder in it and run over a guy in Josh Allen or run by you in Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray. But now we're expecting the defensive guy to make a snap decision on who the quarterback is and how I'm supposed to gently lay him down. And I can't tackle him. I can't put my body weight on him. All these rules, and you're expecting me to do it in a bang-bang decision at 6'6", 240? By the way, Trevor runs 4'6". He's not running 5'5". He's not Tom Brady. He's running up on you and sliding at a split-second moment. The referees don't understand biomechanics, Jason. Either do the DraftKings and FanDuel fanboys out here betting on these guys. They never played the game. They don't coach the game. They have no idea how biomechanics work and how a human body can't just stop when they're already lateral and parallel to the ground and just avoid a guy. By the way, Trevor Lawrence didn't get concussed by the hit. He got concussed by hitting his head on the turf. And that was by a forearm shiver to the pad. If you watch the play, there's no contact by the head. There's no crown-to-crown contact. There was no targeting call made. There was no penalty made, Jason. Why now does everybody want this guy out of the league? Like, to me, we are creating a narrative that is only getting, to your point, worse and worse by protecting a guy making $50, $60 million, but then we're going to find a guy making $7 million and for making a football play. It just makes no sense. And we've already created this, Jason, in the locker room. This has been going on by overpaying under-deliverers. Trevor Lawrence is an under-deliverer, and he's been overpaid, just like Dak Prescott and 98% of the NFL quarterback position. They're overpaid under-deliverers, and now we want to protect them in the softest era of football we've ever seen. And then we expect these guys to be worth the money. No, you can't have everything your own way. Jason, this is player empowerment. And we are now empowering players to now get away with anything they want to do in the softest culture I've ever seen on the grass, on the gridiron. This is it. And I think it's bad for football.
Go ahead.
I disagree.
Butter wants to jump in here.
Hey, Coach JB, it's your boy Butter here. Always a longtime fan of your hat game. Always a fan of that. I would go one step further, and I just wanted to ask you this question. Don't you think that the rule itself is actually promoting these types of hits? Because the quarterback is, they're taking advantage of it at times, but he is sliding, not protecting himself because he thinks he's protected by the rule, and he's actually making him, these plays are subjecting them to these types of hits as opposed to protecting themselves. Don't you think the rule is actually promoting this kind of outcome?
Yeah, I just let it, and then eventually, when are you going to put flags on the quarterback? That's coming up next, right? I'm just saying, take the slide out, because if you don't, then this is what it becomes. Or you protect him in the pocket like a punter is, and he can't get hit, or the punter is protected in the pocket just as the quarterback is. So if you're going to leave the pocket, quarterbacks, no holds barred. You're open game. You are fish in the sea. You can be caught at any time. Go let him at least make that rule change, because without that rule change, the NFL defense is at an all-time susceptible fine, target, or ejection era. They're going to get kicked out of the game. They're going to get fined. They're going to have a bad resume. Now this guy has a reputation, right? Now we got a reputation for hitting Trevor Lawerance. No, he played football, and a guy slid into him.
It's a little deeper than that. I want to play you the little al-shaair highlight collection of his dirty hits. Let's play that clip. But I do like, we're playing that clip. There's him going to Brady's throat. But I do like the inference of, hey man, you're protected in the pocket. If you want to come out here and play in the jungle or in the Serengeti, there's some lions out here. You're on your own, buddy. And that would keep quarterbacks in the pocket. And we went through an era where Peyton Manning and Tom Brady played from the pocket, and people loved it. People loved Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. The NFL was as popular as ever with these guys playing from the pocket. They put together Hall of Fame careers. All this hey, let me go out of here and let me slide and not be a football player stuff. I do think you're on rock solid ground, but this Azeez al-Shaair is the new Andrew Burfict. Did I get Burfict's first name right?
Vontaze Burfict.
Vontaze Burfict. There we go.
Who I coach, by the way. Who I coach, by the way. Jason, I got to be honest. I got to be real here. This right here, every play that I just watched that everyone's saying dirty, we've become numb to football, and now we call that dirty. Nobody called Ronnie Lott dirty. Andre Dirty Waters dirty when he played for the Eagles. Nobody called Sean Taylor dirty when he hit the guy in the Pro Bowl. See, we've been numb to football as being a gladiator sport, which everyone in America loved to watch on a Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. Now we watch it and make excuses as to why they're better. Their DraftKings guy didn't get him 25 draft points because he got hurt. And we've allowed betting to control so much of this that we've softened the game so much to the common eye that now when we go out here and watch football being played by a guy who wants to hit and do what we signed up to do, we call him dirty. I think it's a horrible narrative to call a guy dirty who was just playing football, as we all did growing up, and it was just normal, get up, call the penalty if you hit him out of bounds, which we always used to do. Okay, 15-yard penalty, protect the quarterback by his O-line running over there and starting a little fight, and we're back to playing the next play. Nowadays, we want to fine you, suspend you, cry about it, put it on social media. That's just football to me, man. I wish we had more of those guys in the NFL. And that's the problem. We now are so soft in America that we think this is bad for football. But that's what happens when you think women should coach in the sport.
If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.